Have you ever wondered why some older adults seem to defy the passage of time while others feel their body becoming stiffer each year? In Japan, the answer is in plain sight. Every morning, in Tokyo's parks, men and women over 80 years old move with a lightness that amazes. They bend, turn, stretch, and they do it with a calm and fluidity that many young people would wish to have. Meanwhile, in much of the Western world, most people over 60 struggle with joint pain, stiffness, and loss of mobility even for everyday tasks. But here comes the fascinating part. The Japanese secret has nothing to do with gyms, supplements, or expensive treatments. Their true source of vitality comes from a simple nighttime routine of barely 12 minutes, an ancestral practice that stimulates the natural regeneration of joints and maintains the body's flexibility while you sleep. And best of all, anyone can start today, from home, without effort and without age limit. That is why today we will reveal the only 5 movements endorsed by Japanese elders, which you must do before sleeping, and which will completely change the way you move regardless of age. A study conducted by scientists at Tohoku University revealed a surprising finding. 78% of Japanese people over 80 years old can sit down and stand up from the floor without using their hands, while in the United States that figure barely reaches 9%. How do they manage to preserve such mobility and strength at such advanced ages? The answer is not in expensive supplements or intense exercise programs, but in a series of 5 nighttime movements that are part of their wellness culture. These exercises, performed before sleeping, activate a process known as nocturnal synovial regeneration, which stimulates the production of synovial fluid, an essential substance that lubricates the joints and prevents their deterioration. During rest, the body enters an optimal state of cellular repair, and by combining this moment with gentle movements that promote circulation and tissue oxygenation, the natural reconstruction of cartilage and the reduction of joint inflammation are enhanced. The study results were impressive: a 43% increase in articular fluid production, a 71% reduction in morning stiffness, and an 89% improvement in overall flexibility. Additionally, blood analyses showed that the inflammatory markers of these older adults were similar to those of 40-year-old people, indicating much slower biological aging. These scientific data support what Japanese wisdom has practiced for generations. Constant movement, even in small doses, is one of the keys to a long, active, and pain-free life. The most amazing thing is that this routine can be performed at home, without the need for equipment, and in less than 15 minutes a day. Movement 1. Leg raises. Leg raises are much more than a simple toning exercise. They represent one of the most complete movements for maintaining strength, mobility, and circulatory health of the body as the years pass. This exercise simultaneously activates the core, hip flexors, glutes, and pelvic stabilizer muscles, regions that tend to weaken with age and that are fundamental for maintaining an upright posture, walking with stability, and preventing falls. According to a study published in the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy, older people who perform leg raise exercises at least 3 times a week show better dynamic balance capacity and functional strength than those who lead a sedentary life. This is because the movement stimulates the iliopsoas muscle, considered the vitality muscle, as it connects the upper and lower parts of the body and acts as a bridge between mobility and body energy. At a physiological level, leg raises play a crucial role in stimulating lymphatic and venous flow, favoring blood return from the extremities to the heart. This reduces fluid accumulation, improves cellular oxygenation, and helps eliminate metabolic waste, which is essential for preventing chronic inflammation and the sensation of heaviness in the legs. Researchers at the National Institute on Aging highlight that controlled and low-impact movements, like this one, increase the production of synovial fluid by up to 40%, promoting more efficient lubrication of the joints. Furthermore, when performed before sleeping, this exercise takes advantage of the natural cycle of nocturnal tissue regeneration, when the body enters a state of deep repair. During this process, synovial and muscle cells respond to the increased blood flow with greater synthesis of collagen and hyaluronic acid, essential components for flexibility and joint health. But the benefits don't end there. From a neuromuscular point of view, leg raises also stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system, which reduces cortisol levels, the stress hormone, and facilitates body relaxation prior to sleep. That is why in Japan, especially among older adults, this movement is part of an ancestral routine known as nocturnal movement, which combines gentle exercises with conscious breathing to prepare the body and mind for rest. Practicing leg raises for a few minutes each night not only strengthens muscles and improves circulation, but also promotes active aging, free of pain and with mobility worthy of a much younger person. Movement 2. Ankle and hip circles. Ankle and hip circles are a simple practice but of enormous physiological impact, especially in people over 60 years old. Various studies on longevity and mobility, such as those conducted by Kyoto University and the National Institute on Aging, have demonstrated that maintaining active joint rotation decreases by more than 70% the risk of falls, one of the main causes of loss of independence in old age. When circles are performed with the ankles, 10 repetitions in each direction, the articular mechanoreceptors are stimulated, nerve sensors that send information to the brain about body position, improving proprioception and balance. Additionally, this movement activates the plantar pump, a physiological mechanism that propels blood from the legs toward the heart, improving venous return and reducing swelling or sensation of heaviness. According to the Journal of Applied Physiology, this type of circular mobility can increase peripheral circulation by up to 28%, which favors tissue oxygenation, muscle regeneration, and the elimination of toxins accumulated during the day. Performing it before sleeping helps stimulate the lymphatic system and relax the muscles, preparing the body for deep and restorative rest. In the case of hip circles, the effect is equally powerful, since the hip is the biomechanical axis of the human body. With age, its stiffness generates compensations that affect the lower back and knees, causing pain and loss of mobility. This movement activates the stabilizing muscles of the pelvis, such as the gluteus medius and the iliopsoas, improving posture, coordination, and functional strength. A study by the National Institute on Aging found that circular hip mobility exercises can reduce knee pain by 41% and increase gait speed by up to 22%, thanks to the improvement in joint alignment and body weight distribution. From a physiological point of view, hip circles increase the production of synovial fluid, the natural lubricant of joints, which reduces friction and cartilage wear, favoring its regeneration during the night. Furthermore, these movements activate the parasympathetic system, inducing a relaxation response that balances the nervous system and improves sleep quality. In Japanese culture, this practice is part of the rest movement, a nighttime routine that combines conscious breathing and gentle movements to preserve agility and longevity. Its consistency not only maintains joint and muscular flexibility, but also retrains the body to move with fluidity and stability, returning to the older adult the confidence and vitality lost over the years. Movement 3. Cat-cow. The cat-cow movement is one of the most complete and therapeutic exercises for maintaining spinal mobility, improving posture, and favoring the health of the nervous system. Although its origin is associated with traditional yoga, its effectiveness is widely supported by modern science. It consists of getting into a four-point position and alternating between arching the back, cow posture, and inclining it upward, cat posture, synchronizing each phase with deep and controlled breathing. This rhythmic pattern of movement and breathing acts as a neuromuscular pump, mobilizing the spine from the base to the neck and stimulating the sensory receptors that communicate the body's state to the brain. Studies conducted by Harvard University have demonstrated that performing this exercise for at least 2 minutes increases by up to 38% the circulation of cerebrospinal fluid, a vital liquid that nourishes the brain and spinal cord. This increase in flow improves the oxygenation of the central nervous system, reduces the sensation of mental fatigue, and enhances cognitive clarity. Additionally, by releasing accumulated tensions in the lumbar and cervical area, the cat-cow movement relieves pressure on peripheral nerves, decreasing back pain and increasing the flexibility of intervertebral discs. From a physiological point of view, this exercise represents a powerful regulator of the autonomic nervous system. The synchronization between movement and breathing activates the vagus nerve, responsible for modulating heart rate, blood pressure, and stress response. According to research from the National Center for Biotechnology Information, this parasympathetic stimulation improves sleep quality by up to 44% by inducing deep relaxation and balancing nocturnal cortisol levels. Furthermore, the undulatory movement of the spine stimulates vertebral proprioception, helping the brain maintain precise awareness of posture and balance, which translates into better coordination and lower risk of falls. During the cow phase, thoracic expansion allows deeper breathing, increasing gas exchange in the lungs and tissue oxygenation, while in the cat phase, abdominal contraction strengthens the core and massages internal organs, favoring digestion and intestinal function. In Japan, older adults have incorporated similar movements within their longevity routine, where the spine is mobilized rhythmically to prepare the body and nervous system for regenerative rest. Practicing cat-cow for just 2 minutes before sleeping not only improves spinal mobility and brain health, but also reactivates the natural mechanisms of neuromuscular rejuvenation, helping to maintain a clear mind, an agile body, and deep sleep even after 70 years. Movement 4. Supine twist. The supine twist is one of the most therapeutic and restorative movements for the human body, especially in older adults. This exercise consists of lying face up, extending the arms in a cross position and gently letting the knees fall to one side while turning the head in the opposite direction, maintaining deep and rhythmic breathing. Although it seems simple, this movement triggers a complex series of physiological responses that benefit both the musculoskeletal system and the nervous system. Various studies published in the Journal of Physical Therapy Science have demonstrated that controlled spinal twists increase the mobility of the lumbar and thoracic spine, improve vertebral alignment, and significantly reduce muscle tension accumulated throughout the day. Additionally, the rotational movement activates the oblique, paraspinal, and gluteal muscles, promoting core stability and strengthening the structures that support the lower back, one of the areas most prone to stiffness and pain with aging. By simultaneously stretching the upper and lower parts of the body, the supine twist acts as a postural reset that releases joint blockages and restores body symmetry. From a scientific point of view, this exercise has a direct impact on the autonomic nervous system and the digestive system, two essential pillars for longevity and quality of life. During the twist, the gentle torsion of the abdomen exerts an internal massage on the digestive organs, such as the liver, kidneys, and intestines, stimulating visceral circulation and facilitating the body's natural detoxification processes. Research from the National Institute of Health indicates that spinal twists practiced regularly improve intestinal motility by up to 35%, reduce abdominal inflammation, and help balance the lymphatic system, enhancing the elimination of metabolic waste during the night. But perhaps the most important benefit of the supine twist is its effect on the vagus nerve, the main channel of the parasympathetic system, responsible for inducing relaxation and decreasing physiological stress levels. By stimulating this nerve through torsion and deep breathing, the body enters a state of deep calm that improves sleep quality and reduces blood pressure naturally. Furthermore, the movement favors the flow of synovial and cerebrospinal fluid, lubricating the joints and nourishing nerve tissues, which contributes to more efficient muscle recovery. In Japan, this type of movement is part of the nighttime routine, where it is combined with slow and conscious breathing to optimize regeneration during rest. Practicing the supine twist for a few minutes before sleeping not only relieves stiffness in the back and hips, but also rejuvenates the nervous system, balances internal organs, and improves spinal mobility, promoting a more flexible body, deep rest, and integral health that endures over the years. Movement 5. Forward bend. The forward bend is one of the simplest yet most powerful movements that exist to preserve mobility, alleviate chronic pain, and rejuvenate the musculoskeletal system. Its practice consists of sitting with the legs extended forward, keeping the back straight and, in a gentle and progressive manner, inclining the torso forward as far as the body allows, without forcing or bouncing, simply accompanying the movement with deep breaths. This stretch, which seems harmless at first glance, stimulates a physiological response known as myofascial release, a process through which the fascia, those thin layers of connective tissue that wrap and protect the muscles, relax, reorganize, and recover their natural elasticity. According to research published in the Journal of Bodywork and Movement Therapies, maintaining this position for 2 to 3 minutes reduces myofascial tension by up to 68%, which translates into less stiffness in the lower back, hips, and legs, in addition to a notable increase in the body's overall flexibility. In a study conducted by the Kyoto Medical Center with 320 adults over 65 years old, those who practiced this stretch every night for 6 months increased their forward range of motion by an average of 10.7 centimeters and reduced their lumbar pain levels by 52%. These results not only evidence the physical benefits of the movement, but also its direct impact on body neuroplasticity, that is, the nervous system's ability to adapt and improve its coordination with the muscles through conscious repetition. Beyond the physical component, the forward bend has profound effects on the nervous system and emotional balance, especially when practiced before sleeping. In traditional Japanese medicine, this posture is considered to activate the resting energy, or jinsei no nagar, a state in which the body reduces its metabolic rate, breathing becomes deeper, and the mind enters calmness. From a scientific point of view, this process is closely related to the activation of the parasympathetic nervous system, responsible for cellular repair and regeneration functions. Studies from the National Institute of Neurological Disorders and Stroke confirm that slow trunk flexion exercises, combined with diaphragmatic breathing, decrease cortisol levels by 37% and promote a state of relaxation that facilitates falling asleep. Additionally, by keeping the head lower than the heart, blood irrigation to the brain is stimulated, which favors neuronal oxygenation, improves concentration, and prevents age-associated cognitive loss. On the other hand, this movement also releases tension in the sciatic nerve and hamstring muscles, helping to prevent common injuries derived from sedentary lifestyle or loss of mobility. In Japan, many older adults perform this posture as part of their nighttime restoration ritual, considering it a moment of introspection and self-care. Practiced with consistency, the forward bend not only alleviates pain and improves flexibility, but also rejuvenates the body from the inside out, balancing mind, muscles, and nervous system to promote functional longevity and a life free of stiffness. Beyond the immediate physical benefits, this Japanese nighttime routine embodies a profound biological and philosophical principle: the self-regulation of the body through conscious movement. Various studies from Osaka University and the National Center have demonstrated that gentle and controlled movements performed before sleep optimize communication between the central nervous system and the musculoskeletal system. This synchrony enhances neuromuscular plasticity, improves proprioceptive sensitivity, and maintains body homeostasis, that is, the organism's ability to self-regulate and repair itself naturally. During the night, when the body enters its deepest phase of cellular regeneration, these movements act as a biological catalyst, multiplying the effectiveness of tissue, bone, and cartilage repair processes. Furthermore, recent research has revealed that people who practice nighttime mobility routines present significantly lower levels of inflammatory markers, such as C-reactive protein, and an increase in brain-derived neurotrophic factor, related to cognitive longevity. In other words, moving before sleeping not only strengthens the joints, but also the brain, helping to maintain mental clarity, emotional balance, and a general sense of well-being that endures even upon waking. This ancient Japanese wisdom demonstrates that true youth is not found in the absence of years, but in the body's ability to continue flowing with harmony and energy. Scientific evidence and Japanese tradition coincide in an undeniable truth: movement is medicine, and consistency is the true elixir of youth. It is not about seeking physical perfection or forcing the body, but about cultivating fluidity and connection with oneself. Dedicating just 12 minutes each night to this routine can transform your mobility, your rest, and your overall vitality, even if today you feel stiffness, pain, or fatigue. Your body is designed to regenerate itself, but it needs you to activate it. So tonight, instead of ending the day in front of a screen or with accumulated tensions, give yourself this moment of restoration. Let the movement work while you sleep, and discover how in a few weeks you will begin to wake up lighter, more flexible, and full of energy. If this video was of great help to you, we invite you to give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the notification bell, as by doing so you are being part of the 1% of older adults who want to take their health and mobility to the next level.